Hello, it is I, once again on this beautiful world, dreaming. It's me, Bodhi T. Hello, Eris. How you doing? Uh, I have learned so many beautiful things since the last time I was here. I'm doing good. I have milk and cookies. Oh, I love milk and cookies. Enjoy them in good health. But yes, I learned so many beautiful little tiny details. Details such as having microphone sensitivity so you don't hear keyboard clacking and other various miscellaneous noises that I do not want heard. Music being way too loud and sort of interfering with my beautiful voice. Me being way too loud and interfering with people's eardrum capacity. A lot of beautiful things, and I have changed all of them. I have added schedule to Twitch itself, so now when you actually look at my Twitch page, you can see a schedule, in addition to tweeting out and blue skying out all of the changes. What else is there? Oh yes, I wanted to add emotes. Turns out you can't add emotes when you're not affiliate. I learned that, so road to affiliate. I added a goal. We're affiliating now. Yay us. Not much else, really. Oh yes, I also decided, the character that I'm going to be portraying in the game I am going to play today, is a brick. I picked a brick. I'm going to play a brick. The brick does not know the nuance of morality, and if angry child makes a lot of sounds that irritate the brick shall act in violence because it is the only thing the brick knows. So, that is what I have picked for this run of ELYSIUM. Oh yes, another thing I discovered is that even though I was under the assumption that Valve does not care about using their music in the background, apparently they do, or somebody with ties to Twitch copyright does. So unfortunately, portions of my VOD were muted. Luckily, YouTube is there. Beautiful YouTube. Didn't mute anything. Also showcased the other music that I had, so that's a bit worrying, but you know. We'll find out together. The point is, I'm not going to be using that music anymore. But the good news is, I'm not going to be modeling on stream anymore either, so I don't really need music outside of the BRB screen, and this screen, and so on. Speaking of, the music is audible but not too loud, right? I'm louder than direct. If you confirm that would be great, but if you don't, that's okay too. No pressure. I have been trained to talk to myself for many moons. Therefore. But, okay, good. Thank you for the confirmation. I appreciate your presence. Without further ado, oh yes, next time, if I have any progress to show, I will be using this starter portion to showcase progress on the model, because I will still be making the model. It just will be in my own time outside of the streams. But it will be done, and I will have a model, and it will be in 3D, and it will have the ability to look at you and stare into your soul. But that is far off, because I have no idea how long it will take. But I'm going to try to be kind to myself. I shouldn't expect to be a professional streamer on day 1 or on day 2. Welcome to day 2. So I will be trying to give myself some slack and take it easy. And with taking it, let's go game. That. Music in the background is of course provided by beautiful Ron. No copyright will be strict. Twitch cannot copyright strike me on music that I own the copyright to on complete technical terms, because they were given to me by the original creator. So, checkmate, laws. Game, it is launching. I have launched the game. I'm going to try to narrate the things I do to get rid of some of this dead space. Dead Space is a great franchise, by the way. The first game was, and the second game was alright. Remake, that was good too. I want to play that someday. Someday. Oh. Game capture. Gun, music. Off. Options. Again. Turn up the music. Fine, I really want to practice. Let's continue game. Pick dialogue options to begin with hold on. Okay, we are back. Oh, you can zoom in and out. Oh, I was fully zoomed in. That's fun. Yes, the remake was quite nice. I saw it with my own eyeballs from start to finish, and I wish to experience it at some point. Live too, someday. But more on that later. Oh yes, that actually just reminded me. If you recall, or if you don't, one of the people who came in here recommended a game called Road Warden, and it is a text-based pixel art adventure RPG thingy, and I fell in love with it instantly. So the minute I'm done with this game, I'm gonna start that one. Outer Wilds is taking a bench. Right. We have a corpse to chop down.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
I am so glad that I have not seen a decomposing human corpse. Unless I... That one isn't bloated. It seems to be suspended in a rigor mortis-like state. So it is technically dead, but it doesn't look like this. This is gross.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Let go of your nose without throwing up. Let's roll the dice.
The smell
no.
is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
I'm Tavami. Let's contaminate the crime scene some more. Of contamination. Guttural.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
I love it.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
The taste of stomach acid is not one that I'm fond of.
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking corpse. That'd be what I'd...
Keep it.
Tenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Righty. Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
There is freight nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Duly noted, my friend.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
Lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The puzzle? Can't I put the... Okay. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. Can I climb it? Oh. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. They grow herbs in a greenhouse? Scientists point towards no. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Duly noted. All just voices in this man's head. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. Expect the body hanging in the back. Get ammonia from the gardener. Store. It'll make it easier. So many things to ingest. Ammonia, cigarette smoke. So many things keep this man stable. Lieutenant's handkerchief. The handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kitsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and a tiny embroidered portiere. I wonder when I'm gonna get sick clothes to customize my outfit. That tab highlights interactable options. Time to inspect the garbage. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Who are you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Points at the window. So this is not the apothecary.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Points at the... There you po- What's a board
are
game?
like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Pauses to... Very fascinating, thank you.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
They're not. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining her... Okay, I feel like I'm not getting
Or there
anything
could be
of value
a story
here.
about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Those are the only two that exist, man and lady. The binary is absolute. What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Reality is oftentimes... What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. Maybe some about other books?
I would like to leave now. Goodbye. The cover stands a very muscular lifelink. Oh, the map. Or here is my. Oh, I see why I failed with Kuno and had to punch him, because he's empathy. Each of these interactions focus on different aspects of the psyche. Very in-depth. What do we have here?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Young woman, look. I have questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure. I'm done with it.
That was easy. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Very...
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Enough, but we need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Where the hell am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
She looks
this
around.
This intersection is called Roundabout North.
I love the pauses. Looks around, thinking what else to say.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Pedant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying. I can't help it if I don't know up from up.
No problem.
That is all for now. Oh, let's brush a speck of soil off. I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
One more thing, can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Yay, somebody who isn't disgusted at my mere existence. I
Really?
love that.
None. Maybe just a tiny bit of annoyance.
Thank you. I have gloves now. Where are they? Show me the gloves. And it's clothes. Gloves! Come on. Yes. I am one step closer to my Walter White cosplay. I'd wear it. Heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Barrow? Life. Pigs, go home. The street name is illegible. But this is my home, where I live, who I am. I shall run to the crime scene, dip the body in ammonia. That's how this works, right? Those look like knight's plate armor.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Oh, I see. The whole idea. You have to pass the endurance check and you can get things to help you with passing the endurance check. Let's be legendary.
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You managed to keep it in once.
Okay.
The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore.
Get a hold of yourself.
Feel the lieutenant pat your back rhythmically. Oh, I love it.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Yes, that's the solution. I need more alcohol.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son?
Yes.
You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer, or you will lose.
Give me a moment, I got this. Let's try again.
An appropriate attitude.
Withdraws his hand and looks you. Oh.
You need to get your shit together.
Oh. Fair enough. Say nothing, just nod.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Volumetric shit compressor. Thought gained. I assume that is how I get my shit together.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Thank you, tutorial CIA.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Sure. It's locked for now. Must put more thoughts. Wait. Volumetric shit compressor. It takes half an hour to internalize this. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together. Compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. Time to internalize more thoughts. Oh, I can only internalize one thought at a time? Is that how this works? Temporary research bonus. None. Oh. Internalizing the encyclopedia requires 5 hours and 17 minutes. Delightful. Based on the fact that, you know what? Even though there's no research bonuses, I am going to buy them anyway. Wait, no, they're both working at the same time. Good. Inspect victim's body. Equip and complete volumetric shit compressor thought. Oh, I see. That's fun. So I have to wait until I compress the shit in my brain. No. So I have half an hour to do things until I can proceed with the main quest. Let's go find cigarettes. Where are they? I need the smokies. My brick lungs need to be filled with brick smoke. What the hell? This game sure is charming, isn't it? Closed for winter. Please use main entrance. Oh, that's the summer door I saw on the inside. Hello, this is another human being to speak to. Hello, human being.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Racist lorry driver. Ah yes, one of the iconic characters again. Welcome to Revachol, announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Hey, I know Revachol, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Lieutenant fires back.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
He pays me no attention. I feel so isolated. Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Oh,
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
narrative undertones.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Smile at the lorry man. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions. I will always choose violence because I am playing a brick, therefore I shall punch Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorry man spittles.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions for you, buddy.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively. Passively? Cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
You got a light?
No.
Fuck.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
Then I'm gonna need the one you're smoking.
Can't
Give it
have
to
it.
me now. Hand it over. I'm confiscating it as evidence. I'm a
Evidence
policeman.
of what? I haven't done anything.
Puts out a cigarette and flicks the tiny stub towards the street. He killed my nicotine. I need it. Cool. Fuck,
But, what, officer?
The man looks at you coolly, noxious effluence wafting in the air around him. Say nothing.
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
He gives you an ambivalently mocking half nod. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples,
Fair enough.
fine.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
We're done. I concede this victory to you, racist lorry driver. Jump Jams, a populaire musique mag. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men, this issue hosts a top 10 list. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. Yes, I must become insecure at observing other male specimens. You shouldn't feel threatened by handsome men. Don't be silly. Aside. The frit. These people have ammonia. Give me ammonia.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine. How dare you? I must interact with you.
What's
I'm very
that
social.
magazine she's reading?
Conceptualization. I have questions.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
She puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so
Good, it's grotesque. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, I wouldn't recommend throwing rocks at it. As a 12-year-old child, I feel like I would just be disgusted by the stench and go do something else, but Kuno has other ambitions, it seems. What do you think happened, Frit clerk?
I don't know.
Very astute of you, Frit Clerk.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
The lieutenant's voice is soothing and professional. Very... Got the word. What is the word? Exemplary, that's the word I'm looking. Hell yeah, I remembered the word.
Okay.
Scratches her nose. She has a nose, I wonder what that's like.
Not really.
Not really, does that mean you knew him a little bit?
No. I didn't know him at all.
Okay then, thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
She brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. Not so fast, Frit Clerk!
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Do you have any ammonia for sale?
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
She hitches her thumb towards the end of the counter. Fine. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. Ah, this counter. Oh. The radio. Melancholy pop song plays on the radio. Oh, yeah, I have tab. I forgot that I have access to a keyboard. I've been so accustomed to just using the mouse. I really need to use tab more.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh my god, I can pick up bottles with a bag and exchange them for money just like in some countries in Europe and gain enough money to pay back the debt that I owe? The gears are turning. Look at all of these things that you can do. I already know what this machine is and I intend to use it as soon as I acquire a bag.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Saint Baptiste. Like that. I like the Baptiste from WWE.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
I can actually buy drugs at the drugstore, and they, oh my god. They actually give you tangible statistics. They're not just things, they're not just words, they have implementation. Amazing. And you can even ask, what do those products do? But I can see that in the menu. I wish real life had this level of intuity. So where's the ammonia? Show me the ammonia!
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
I can recycle all of these once I rob the store.
The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak.
Arms are sweaty. Palms are absolutely drenched due to the fact that I am wearing gloves.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Some love in alcohol form. Say nothing, just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. Oh, I'm a recovering addict? Who would have guessed this? Say nothing, just take it in.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
She comments as you eye the goods behind her. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Fixes her hair underneath her cap. Fair enough. Oh, sometimes I forget I'm an actual police officer. This
You
cabinet.
see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritte slogan on the back.
Fritte.
The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
I would love to buy a plastic. Steal a raincoat. What's that? Points to the raincoat. It's a raincoat. I love how this game has so many dialogue options. It makes you realize that, unlike some other games, you don't actually have to explore every single dialogue option because you end up sounding like a maniac. Very good game, very good. I can actually choose the dialogues that are necessary rather than every single dialogue out of fear of missing things out. Hey. So, where is my money? I have not money. Where is the money? What the? I have a character sheet. That's fun. Wait. Oh. I will level up E. I am internalizing thoughts. Question is, tools, interact, items. How does one comprehend money there? Actually, based on the fact that I don't see anything, I think the appropriate way to answer that question is none. I have none, so I shall continue forth. This is not where I continue forth. Oh, it might actually be. Oh, that's a big ball. It says... Okay. I need to find a bag. Where one ideally find a bag? Magnesium, okay. Holding down tab helps. The fuck? Oh, there's just money on the ground. Oh, I see it here. Ah. Though I do have money, it's just not a lot. Oh. Lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Oh, more money. Ah, I have a single real.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Does one of them say glory to Arstotska?
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
And what about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
This is our guy? Lieutenant nods towards... Oh, the racist lorry driver. It is belonging. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
Duly noted. What are you? Vehicle that is out of commission, it would... A foreign car, kept in good condition. That does not look like good condition to me, but then again, I am not a car expert.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Ropes and rods, eh? Not my jam. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. Duly noted. Any more money for me to pilfer off the streets? Ooh! Clothing. White tank top. I shall use it never. Ooh, more money. Take all. Yes! Scavenging is the way to pay the bills.
Woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Okay then, never mind. I won't bother you. Unless I can inflict violence, I shall not interact. Oh my, that raincoat. Need to complete my beautiful image of beet yellow. Physical instrument. Conceptualize -1 suggestion. Oh, I don't like that. Yes. I will actually wear it. Look at that. I said I'd never wear it, and less than a minute later I'm wearing it. Isn't that fun? What is this, man? What are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Man yells. Towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot. And oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than anybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
You have a cause, and, well... I'm here to enforce the law, and if the law says that you're hurting people, but you don't seem to be. I'm gonna say no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
I mean, I'm pretty sure the occupation that he's looking for is riot police, and I don't think I fit that description with my beautiful yellow gloves and
Besides,
drunk demeanor.
we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
He leans in closer, looking for a kiss. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
This man is very opinionated.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Points his finger to the man sitting at the railing.
So do we, Scott.
Loitering man hollers in return. What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
You're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. Why don't you just talk to them? Air your differences out. Come on.
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Well then, that's just discriminatory.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. Man is fighting a war of attrition. I'm just gonna leave now. You guys have fun. I still need to look for things and stuff. You can see the chest hair. Delightful. A tank top and a tie, the most beautiful. combination. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. I have navigational trouble.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
"24-hour window?"
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Takes a step back, inspecting the... Assuming this is locked. Yes, it is. Ah, more garbage, you know.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Somebody must have really hated mail.
A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Fuck you, mail delivery box! Oh no, I've damaged my legulum.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Lavantorie mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even.
Violence!
Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Oh no.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
Thank you. You think so? You think it was cool?
I don't. Let's go.
I kick it again. I probably can. I'd rather not.
Volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
I intend to keep the shit singularity for as long as is humanly possible. Excellent. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to... Beautiful. I am now powerful. I need more money.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich. You have money in that sandwich?
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth. The sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
Somehow I was expecting a sandwich comment immediately after that.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this. Ball time!
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Hand-eye coordination. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Success! Time to show these old-timers up.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Man ball entity. Take in the surroundings as a man ball.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
This is what life is about. A ball.
West, in the Grand Couronne area, a sharp overhand left from Arsène-Luc Edelbrock sends the Samarin heavyweight champion, Kostya Miasnok Kostanica, flying to the mat. The crowd goes wild. Revachol loves her heroes.
It is time for a last glance in. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them.
So much hell. I feel like this game is a huge collection of shitposts that coordinate together to create a one-of-a-kind experience. The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. I have shown them my beauty.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
The old soldier yells in outrage.
What the hell is your problem?
I'm a god of track and field. Why would I have a problem with anything?
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
I'm sensing anger, and I don't understand why. This is definitely the brick answer.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
Tries to calm himself. These dialogue choices are so unhinged. They certainly are. Like, this is a... Every single person that you interact with immediately puts you into their story and it consumes you. And I don't even remember the corpse hanging off the tree that I'm supposed to get down because I'm a cop. The story is now these two veterans and throwing balls. P-Tank?
Yes, pétanque. You ruined our pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Then go get your bull.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
The Jolly One tries to defuse the situation. Good on him.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
The tall and mean one and the short and kind one. Okay, I will fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
Locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
You don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
I appreciate you. So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go get your bowl. You deserve a good bowl. Finally, I can actually hear the music. I was thinking about raising the volume of that, but now it's audible. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up. Inoperable. Very unfortunate. Better mouth your what? Oh, there's so many bottles. I need the bag. The ad reads, broken window, Tibbs has windows. Good job, Tibbs. You in any way, shape, or form related to Temmie? If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. Please stop teasing me, game. I want the bag, but I don't know where to acquire such a thing. Maybe the person selling the raincoat has a bag? I did not look at anything other than the joy of experiencing a game. Enormous bowls worthy of a real man. Where? Oh, the big bowls. I don't think he'll accept that. Some great tectonic forces crack the pavement like an eggshell. Ooh, that is a cool...
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Noted.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Opus kinema. That probably means something very relevant to what is currently going on, but it is beyond this brick.
A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Ah, this is Kim's vehicle, I believe. Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Cupris Kinema, my motor carriage.
I knew it!
You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages?
The Cupris motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
It looks like something from the Wacky Races.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I might be wrong, but this one is a sports model, right?
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like tip-top, detective?
A vainglorious smile spreads over his face as he pats his machine. Ah, he's a hobbyist, it would be. What's Tip-Top?
An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
He smiles again. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
He straightens his spine. He squints the bones that compose his body.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Can I pull out the toolbox?
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Anything for self-defense?
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Take the rubber-handled chain cutters. Take the red-tipped pry bar. I will take the red-tipped pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more.
I love you, truth.
Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Oh yes, the radio. Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Love being greeted through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
I am not a lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
10-9er-1-2, this is dispatch coming dispatch. Wait. Come in Delta 10, this is Firewalker, sorry. This is Jimmy Firecracker here. Come in dispatch, come in dispatch. Come in Delta 10, this is Firewalker, copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Need you to connect me to a civilian as Sylvie. You may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
The static. More static. Waiting patiently.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Thank you.
Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through the static. Sounds like a million miles away from me. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
He recognizes your voice almost immediately.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Electrochemistry, you are a charmer. Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Clears her throat. Copper thievery is quite the pastime, I've heard.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
The lieutenant makes a note. Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
You can hear her tense up on the other side. Even though she's miles away, the feeling is so powerful it transmits through the static. Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Seems to relax a little. Perhaps she witnessed something that she isn't comfortable with sharing over the line with a policeman officer. I think I got everything I need, thank you.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Ooh, 42%. Let's see. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Empathy.
No.
Failure.
She doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. A guy like Gart.
You know women and their constant problems. Yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that?
Coming from something named empathy, I don't think that's a very good indicator of this man's character.
That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
Empathy! Calm down! I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny?
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are.
Uh-huh.
Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
Not when I'm in this head.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself.
Of how we've transitioned from her to it.
Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Yes, empathy. That would be ideal.
Nothing's wrong. It's just sexuality.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Good God. Imagine this man being frozen in time as he's having an internal dispute with himself and the other person just staring at the man motionless and expressionless. Of course you'd close the call. I'm done with the radio, friend. Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
He puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4. What's your status? Over.
It's not good.
10-18. 10-20. Over.
Can you repeat that?
10-18. 10-20. Over.
Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
Is it him? What does he want?
A dry voice asks in the background.
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
I promise I won't.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay, I heard you. I'm not gonna beg.
Anything else, sir? Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's no longer on this material plane.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
10-22, the captain? This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
I did lose my badge.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Say nothing. Chester McLean is on the call now.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Can we just move on? I want to get a report and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Thank you.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on?
Mac Torson.
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Enough of this for now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
I have a gun? The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun!
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
I will say nothing.
10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over.
You didn't give an answer. Don't
10-9,
say anything.
come in, officer. Over.
Remain silent with terror.
Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
That's affirmative, over.
He doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
Drink it in, pal. The man succumbs to laughter again.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener. Oh, man.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Poor Jules. Jules Pidou.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
I left it at his mama's after I fucked her in the ass. All night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Oh my god, this is just getting worse.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
Oh, he suddenly got really serious, huh?
Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother.
Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief in Vic Mayor's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater, yes.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
So reporting this incident, they just tell you, hey, find those things, idiot.
Satellite Officer V.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good without my gun, thanks.
I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over.
Cool.
In pursuit of his.
The man is fighting back tears.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
We have established that he is not.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
I want to talk. It is emotionally vital for me to be stable at this occupation.
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
I refuse. My gloves shine brightly with the lack of authority.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else?
I'm looking for my address. I don't know where I live.
10-4. Your address?
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Seems like it, sir.
I want to be homeless. Please fire me.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? He's been hellbound for the gutter. Let him have it.
Oh, fine then. I guess I'll make a bed and just... Okay, fine. Fine then. I'm speechless, but fine.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over.
You'd think the dispatch would help you, but no, they're just insulting you and they don't help you with anything. I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
Yes!
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
I don't think it does, Mac Torson.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Firewalker.
Message? I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Any news about my family?
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
Nothing, never mind.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. Over.
Yeah, worthless.
Understood, sir. Over.
That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Oh, not only did I not achieve anything, but I also got completely beaten down over it. But now I have a crowbar. And I intend to... The red tip pry bar has Carson T heavy duty engraved just below the handle. It is satisfyingly heavy and perhaps one of the most useful tools to carry around. I've heard entire civilizations were overthrown by a man wielding this thing. Who made the call reporting the crime? Replace lost bowl. Track down your gun, track down your bat. Right. Time to explore this hollowed world.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Okay then. I might not have a gun, but I have a pry bar. Box. Money! Money and healing. Think. How do I use the healing? Fascinating. Have morale chart. I diddly ho, neighbory ho. I must explore more of this area.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Yes.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
And how does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
I'm cold.
You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What is in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I would love to. Give me money. I'm going to start taking rain damage. Where is your bowl? I guess I cannot swim. You hear a distant squall of seabird. Money! Oh, I think I have enough money to buy a raincoat. I need a bag. Bag. Where is the bowl? I need to find. Oh! Yellow plastic bag. Nothing I can't do. I'm the job for every man. I don't think. Haha. This plastic bag has fricht written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a multi-gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. A perfect place to tear. Or tear? Equip this to collect tear from the streets. Can I collect bottles now? My God, can. I am now the recycle master. I have found the bag. Contains 3 bottles. Yes! Oh, I shall become a millionaire. This is the true how to be a millionaire experience. All the bottles, they shall belong to me. This actually feels like progress. How many bottles can I fill this thing up with? I'm going to assume infinite until it explodes. That's a good idea. Definitely. I need more. I am now the I don't know if I am. All I know is I have bottles and I need more. Bring them to me now. And I thwack Kuno over the head with them. Oh, there's more. Knock some sense into the already abused child. Because clearly the beatings help. He respects the beatings. Simply horrible. Oh, these guys must have a lot of bottles. Yes, indeed they do. I am the bottle collector. Hear me roar. Yes. Salvation is mine and mine alone. Form of glass and plastic. Ruins full of snow, no one. Time to recycle.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Insert your bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Hell yeah. I have money.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Before I pay that man back for my crimes, I must buy a raincoat.
Here you go.
The clerk removes the garment from the lower shelf and hands it over.
What is what? A raincoat? You know, like the one you bought earlier.
Oh, they've put so much thought into these interactions. I love it. So much love has been... Yes! My Breaking Bad cosplay comes together! It's beautiful. I am very close to level upery. I require more funds. I must find the nearest garbage can. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor.
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
Who? I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Fascinating.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Give me money. Flips a coin towards you. Yes, I must beg and I shall receive.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
I appreciate that, good sir.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
Nods towards the protesters.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
What is this strike about, anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Fair enough.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Nice talk. I must explore more and gain more currency. Can't really rob a store because I have the lieutenant with me. My moral compass. Who are you?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as it goes. Tommy Lehome. I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
He nods empathetically. Emphatically.
From another planet. Hey there.
Hello. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
You got any bottles?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
That's unfortunate. Also not my problem.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Cool. Bye. Oh, between those trucks down there, Smokes. Go grab them. What? Ah, Smokes! I can pick them off the floor and eat them. Smokes Astra. Tools. +1 intellect, -1 health. 4 uses of this. So I can damage myself to gain intelligence. Very fascinating. Oh yes, I can actually... I might as well. Time to experience new things. How do I smoke?
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Pull one out of the pack.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
I liked Firewalker better.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Yes. Now I've leveled up. Fuck. Oh, I can revert. They'll increase my endurance. Do it. I shall become the ultimate brick. Supply changes include. Yes. Where are you, bottles? I need money. Might as well get the corpse down. I feel like I've delayed the inevitable enough. Ladder is for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Yes.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
+6 shit compressed.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
So, how do we get him down?
We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that, a word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Of course, man and meat alcohols is a bad time for a drink, right?
Extremely.
Fair enough. What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. They climb up using the kid's ladder? Point to the one at the side of the tree.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
He makes a pulling motion. They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
Good lord, they really wanted this guy to stay up here, didn't they?
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
We're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Map of the eye?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
Somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something.
So am I.
Sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
That means those are some funny words you just said to me.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Oh god, you two are still here.
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. Thin slot shines.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. Lens needs a job. Then...
a sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Beautiful. He looks a lot less respectable from this angle.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy. Dead man's tattoo. Cool machine!
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
He slides the camera closed and tucks it away on his belt.
There is only 1 ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. How very convenient.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Very fun way to describe the corpse.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Okay. Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Because you need to help me cope. Squint harder.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish. Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
This man have oil? Is he composed out of oil? Can we
So
mine
what do
him
you
for
think?
resources? I think he's dead.
I agree.
Thank you. I'm glad you agree.
Totally dead.
Yes. This Buster is not coming back.
No siree.
He shakes his head. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Love it. Thank you, Kuno.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Oh, there he is.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I don't know what to think. What do you think? Think my thoughts for me.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
Points. patent chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
How do we get him down?
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
A gruesome sight indeed. We've looked at the belt, now how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Stops to think. Checks his notes. Fine, let's look at him
The
again.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the shoes.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Fascinating.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Yes. They look like they're from a different game.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
I thought so too. Maybe he's from the medieval era. These aren't just boots. They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Oh yeah, that's what they're called. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. What kind of armor is this exactly? He just said.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
And what happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
So they got a suited man of armor, and then his pieces were slowly stolen by the locals? Wow.
We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Yes, Kuno is definitely a source of information and a wellspring of knowledge that we should definitely tap into once again, especially considering the psychological damage that he did not inflict on me last time I spoke to him.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
And I just remembered that the splash art or box art or whatever you have in the game actually shows the main character, or the guy you're playing as at least, with armored gloves, so very interesting. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there was no rest of the armor?
No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags.
What if they told him to strip before they hung him to demean him?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fair enough.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Eat.
The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Swing the pry bar at the boot. Violence!
The metal connects with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder. The only difference is a barely audible click underneath. Sounds like the end of a long dice roll.
Did you hear that? A click?
Yes, like dice rolling. I love rolling dice.
This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
He points to the toe.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
I pulled the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
I want these tabatons.
Stop!
The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Oh no.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
The boots would go super well with my bell-bottom pants.
You do understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you?
So are my pants.
You have a point there, detective. You have a point. But
the lieutenant taps on the boot.
There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
That actually makes a lot of sense.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Steal a dead man's boots? But that would be dishonorable. Refuse. For honor. No, sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
If I will be able to get a full suit of armor, I will achieve it no matter what, even if I have to pry it from a dead corpse's feet. What's gonna happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Okay.
No, your first instinct was correct. This equipment is way beyond what a security guard can afford.
Material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
That's a lot.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
See, I'm glad I went back and examined even further, because I didn't even consider the option where we could pry the boots off of them and then wear them ourselves. Maybe we can get the rest of the armor and become a shining golden knight of valor by grave robbing.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Ah, the chain cutters are needed for the belt, so I need to get some sort of ladder in the chain cutters, and then I can destroy the hangman's rope.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
There's no question. There's only cutting. How hard can it be?
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Shoot the belt, the bullet will break it. I think the branch would be easier to destroy with a... Then again, that is a very thick branch, so I think either way it wouldn't work. But let's try with the belt.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Okay, fair enough then.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
I already entertained Kuno.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket.
Is he actually gonna do it, even though he just exclaimed it's the stupidest thing in the what?
And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Seriously?
Securing it in place.
He just explained why this is dumb.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Shoot that motherfucker down!
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. Oh my God, that was so many types of wrong. Who taught Four Eyes to shoot? Whip up a grueling training regimen for him right now. Beat the man into him. Go, go, go.
Yep, I am physical instrument as an embodiment in a character.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
You need to square your shoulders. It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Just climb on my shoulders.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself. Take his gun and show him how to use it.
Can I have the gun?
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani poika! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
Will.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger.
Hell yeah.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
I love how I just went with a dumb choice and the game is just running with it. This feels very much like D&D, where the DM is just completely running with the most batshit insane things you could possibly come up with, and is actually adapting the story to the stupidity, which is very commendable.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
58% chance. Close your left eye for it. Point the gun at Kunoise. Well, she is saying the dumb shit, and the brick does not like the noise. I am clicking this.
Set me free!
Oh my god, she's actually insane.
Don't.
You feel the lieutenant's hand on your shoulder? You'll survive this time, Kunoise. That's an apropos way to put it. I think so. Composure. Pull the Oh my god, you can actually do it. Oh my god. Oh, this is very tempting, but... She's ripping her blazer open to bare her chest. If it was a 50-50, I'd go for it, but there's no way this is gonna win. So I'm just gonna go back to doing my job.
Shit, Copper.
Fucking waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
He pants breathless with excitement. You gotta rush out of that one. Hey, close your left eye first.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Oh. It's actually gonna make this check even worse now, because I responded to the provocation. Fine. Nope, failed. Shot the corpse instead.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt.
I should remember to... I definitely should have quick saved. Tried to shoot. Child. Lessons for the future.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry, I knew it! What a mulko!
Ask for another shot. You'll get it with the next one. The goddamn light reflected off some window. Surely.
Can I get another shot?
The cadaver is already compromised bad enough. We don't have to make it worse.
Yes, we do!
It came out wrong. You made it sound like you're some sort of roulette addict looking for a fix. Ask again. More controlled this time.
Please?
There is silence.
Vittupa wants to fuck up again bad!
Start crying, you're sensitive.
It feels dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend your face into a crying shape. You're too furious to cry, apparently.
Try harder, try really hard to cry.
The lieutenant watches you jerk some tears, your shoulders shaking and your eyes dry. The gun begins to slip from your fingers.
Morale critical. Heal yourself now.
You hear that, Sally? They're laughing at you. Are you gonna let it stand? Are you, Sally? Or are you gonna cry like a beast? Like a beast?
I'll do it, coach. Tag me in.
A tiny tear forms on your duct. The corpse stinks from the blackened bullet hole in his chest. A single drop of decay liquid runs out of it, then down his stomach. The lieutenant gently picks his gun from your hand and holsters it.
We still need to get him down somehow.
His tone is growing tired now. The stench makes him turn away from the corpse. But how?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Ah. But how do we get inside the harbor?
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or We can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
Knowing this game, there's probably a third, fourth, and fifth path. There's probably a path where
To
you
the
can
gates.
use
Let's
Kuno as a
fight,
battering
I
ram.
say.
Let's fight. We must battle. Oh, now you autosave, huh?
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it. But I didn't try to shoot her. I just aimed at her.
What? Bitch, you fucking making excuses for yourself now?
Yes. I think we've all moved past that by now, Kuno.
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
The lieutenant shakes his head.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife.
Points towards the whirling in rags and whispers.
Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony. Put the fucking knife in you. Yeah. I've been in your room. But you and Kuno are good for now. Pals. Shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
My God.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word. Needs to be taken seriously.
If my playthrough ends in me and Kuno having a deathmatch where he kills me, I am all for it. You don't threaten me.
One word out of you, pig shite, and you're locked out of the Kuno experience forever. You hear me?
Amazing.
You hear the Kuno?
Seriously, risk your relationship with the Kuno.
You and Kuno are fucking done. Get the fuck out of Kuno's sight.
Oh my God.
Let's go, officer. I've had enough of this.
Oh my God. I don't think Kuno's well. One minute he's threatening me with a knife in my sleep, the next minute he's trying to be friends with me, and now he's acting like he's offended that I've ended my relationship with him. The man is not well. Especially because he's not even a man, he's a 12-year-old boy. Expertly done writing. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Ah, the artificial invisible walls of the game, preventing me from moving further. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. I am a teenage mutant ninja turtle, but I have found more garbage to turn into money. Oh yes, I leveled up. Oh, I can level up all of these things. Damage might. Don't let the world kill you. Take the blows. Signature skill +1. That's fun. Bonus from item. Yeah, there's a... Why is my damage might? Perception is always a good one. Let's do perception. We must perceive all of the things. Ask him to tell you about the case. Victim's tattoos. Where's the rest of the armor? Getting the hanged man's boots. In order to succeed, 1, the body needs to be down. 2, the autopsy has to be finished. 3, Kim has to be absent. He wouldn't approve. This will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting a hold of the boots. Ah. The most rewarding missions are oftentimes the most difficult ones. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster time. Butter sign down. What does that even? Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m.
G'day to you, officers.
Hello. Why do you have a knife in your portrait?
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
That would explain
His
it.
eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Yes, I inspected that before speaking to him.
His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
You don't say.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
I love how I not only healed from that, but he actually gave me salami. This is amazing. Asking for things gets you things. Who would have guessed this?
Want some too, officer?
Turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Right. Bye. Oh, instant photo of tattoo.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Oh, does this have something to do with that sun thing that they were talking about earlier?
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Who are you?
Gone.
Okay. Fair enough. Ladder? Nope. Ooh, what's in here? Money. Bottles, which are funny. Early. Ooh, what are these? Electrochemistry. Gloves. What do my current gloves do? Interfacing. But I like electrochemistry more. Oh, the bum look is increasing. I forgot I like my fashion, so... Unfortunately, my Walter White look is deteriorating. The hell? What are you?
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Man at the counter turns.
What can I do for you?
Can you buy garbage off of me in exchange for money, which I can exchange for goods and services?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
That is impossible with me on the case.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the wall.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Is Roy high, and if yes, then what is he high on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What's that? I ask my brain inquisitively.
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Fascinating. Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
Chill out, man. I'm a chill cop who just wants some of what you're having, wink.
Pyrrolidon is just something you know, since the People's Power disaster.
Coughs as if to mark his words.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
I bet you did.
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
You have anything? Can I buy and sell things off of you? How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
Neat.
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
He hesitated.
So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed, huh? Like you know?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head. It's society's fault.
So much bitterness.
So much sadness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Everybody's going to live happily ever after. But thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I put on gloves so this man could tell me to get high. By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by police? Because I'm the police and I'm missing a gun. Do you have my gun?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Ah.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Kunoi's?
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
It was Kunoi's.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can.
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
We must find out. Together.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
This. Sell it. Do it. Yes, it's yours now. I don't have anything to sell at the moment. At least I know that I can sell things.
Perhaps.
Care to share your Perolidon with me?
Have you tried it before?
Maybe.
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved.
I ride the Piro every day.
Every day? You look the part.
Of course I do. I'm insane.
Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand. Very odd look.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Perolidon. Straight into your gut.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You think you could help me get a corpse off a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself.
Unfortunate.
Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
Know anything about the recent
I do
hanging?
my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
It's just bad.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
That's it.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I have other business to take care of now. Goodbye.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
An interfacing check, and I have interfacing gloves. I shall equip the interfacing gloves.
You see rows of toy soldiers
83%.
guarding the rest of the trinkets. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Hell yeah, what's this?
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
Of course
There's
not.
been a lot of interest in that particular figurine. I had to hide it so it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
If the child has the gun, I can most likely trade this for the gun.
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider ride the headless bull.
As with amusement?
Yes, there are several competing versions of the story, but I believe this figurine is a more canonical representation. The
Nerds.
headless phone rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine. Very
50
relatable.
cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Sure, I'll take it.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Sure. I have gained something of great value. What's this?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Neat. Time to get out of the pawn shop, but also remember that there's a pawn shop where I can sell my garbage. Oh, is this garbage? No. Stealth. Heal me. Thank God I inspect all the garbage so I can pick up things that actually help. I must go to Unoise. See if my theory is correct. Here you are, you strange amalgamation
The girl
of
is
streams.
ignoring you. It's like you don't exist at all, as far as she's concerned.
Oh no, I
The
can't
girl
speak to
is
her. I guess pointing a gun at her has made her not very cooperative. Who knew? In terms of conversation, anyway. What's this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Perceive it.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Bucket. I go to the bucket.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Must explore the world even more. Must go further, deeper. We must lay claim to this world. It is our oyster. Oh yes, this man. Can I use your truck?
Looking for something?
No.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I love sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Oh, you're just a racist. Makes sense, racist lorry driver.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
Ah yes, he probably examined a bunch of skulls and determined that that means that we must belittle other
People
people.
who studied these things said that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
No.
If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped.
Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Oh?
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Fair enough. I wouldn't ask him to help me out anyway. Seems like the path forward is to go speak to the union leader or whatever. I want to find... Don't see anything to find. There, a way to get back into whirling rags. I have a bunch of bottles I can... Might as well. The beauty of
Return
recycling.
machine stand. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Excellent.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint-Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
They're actually affordable, but I want to save up. Considering the amount of money we're getting and the amount of money I owe, there's probably some sort of event that gives me a lot of money.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Fuck yeah, motherfuckers!
That's the spirit.
Yield nothing! Oh my
Never
god.
forget, the whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
I am the Fire Walker. Figurine set, headless fawn, right. The plastic headless fawn rider sits atop his equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes as a set with the infamous fawn cap for which he lost his head. The head is not included. Fascinating. Right, so this entrance locked, but this entrance is open. This is where I came from. This is where I can go back in. Now that I have the power of tab, I can examine things more thoroughly. Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid spilling out.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Let's not.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade?
Yes. What's this? Ah, more healing. I can now enter this area. Oh, right, they have hours. And things are locked behind timestamps. Dishes are drying. What are you?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Gorachi, Quebec.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Quebec.
Goranci. I mispronounced it immediately.
It must be his name. Goranci. Goranci, Quebec. Sounds representative.
Hello, sir. Got a... time for some questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there, sir.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
This is very riveting. I don't think I have anything else to say. Aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Can I go in here?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Because it might have my gun and badge.
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
Out of duty, we might find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Noted. I must examine every nook and cranny of this world. None shall be left after I'm done.
Can I help you?
There's something here at the Whirling Guard and a thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
He shrugs. You know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
You have a pry bar.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
Oh, you're a big shot now, are you?
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
I wonder what this guy's values are.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
He gives you a meaningful nod. How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Something else I wanted to ask about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Goodbye. That's the thing I wanted to ask about. Goodbye.
The door is closed.
Is there anything worthwhile in my home hotel? Oh yes. Oh no. Pick up these bottles are very important. Yes, I can recycle. Yes. So much money. I will turn alcoholism into power. Shoe. Green shoe, left foot. Oh. Oh. Oh, this entire time I've been walking around with a single shoe. Oh, that's embarrassing. Wait. Did it just equip a single shoe? Oh, I've just been walking around with socks on. Okay. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
No time to rest. This is the window Kuno's gonna come through and kill me in. With.
Cold wind blows in.
That's the damage.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
Fine then.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Beautiful.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
That's why I picked them all up.
Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
This is where the magic happened.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
This is an expression of me, my individualism.
I have no idea what that means.
Looks towards the exit longingly. Look no further, the exit is yours. This. Another area? Oh, the outside. My other shoe! I have completed the shoes. A gust of briny wind washes over you. I haven't had shoes on this entire time, and I didn't even realize it. What do these give you? +1 composure, -1 savoir-faire. At least I have shoes now.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Wait, these do not look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
I am an irregular cop.
You may be what they call a big dick cop.
An axe cop? How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Yes, the totality of my being is compressed in my shoes. And my shit. What is it doing? What? Okay. Thank you, game. Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Voodoo, you voodoo. Where are we now? What are we doing? Like bottle, but I am not allowed. Left here to win. At least I got my shoes. I didn't even realize I didn't have any shoes. But now I have shoes. Oh yeah, this store is open and I can enter it. It has books, probably. Yes. A lot of books. Bottles? Old sports magazine, tucked away in a dark corner. I shall consume water now. Water has been consumed. Very good water. Filtered tap water. Through a filter of... I forget what the... about. Another boring book just discarded here. No bottles? My kingdom for a bottle.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
I'm an employee. Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
And is on her pendant. Is nervous, playing. Talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I'll think about it for a while.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
That's what I'm all about.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. You
Okay.
see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage.
Do it. What's in
You
here?
see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
I don't care. I shall bring upon the apocalypse. What's in here? Wow. Disappointment is what's in here. Oh. I see that door was locked. Nine-tailed beast behind it. Ghostly silhouette of hairdryers. No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your manliness. Yes, the manliness. I must break through this door to regain
Heavy door
masculinity.
with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if You just break it down.
Yes, that is what I am all about. I'm going to quick save, and now I'm going to smash down this door.
Stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets.
Can I do that again?
It appears to be.
Gotta keep doing it. I am the brick, and I will keep hitting this door until it breaks.
Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
I will do it again.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door?
Yes!
I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
I will break this curse.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Put skill points into the pain threshold to open this white check. Maybe I should break it down, but not before
That's
I strategize.
Right. Take in your surroundings.
Oh.
You need to have steady breathing. The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
I have tricked the game and unlocked the ability to try again after examining the door. Let's try again. 72% do it. Yes. Break down the damn door. What's behind it? Beelzebub, I summon thee.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
Yes. If it cracks, weakens, smacks, I don't know.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Smash into the door. Smash into the door and shout, "Fuck the system! The brick shall go through this obstacle!" What's in here? I must discover.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects.
Are there any bottles here to recycle? I must recycle.
You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yes! I am the decompiler of objects! Gaze upon me, stuff and despair.
Kudos.
Thought gained, anti-object task force. Now this is a game I can get behind. Where are you, Thought? Temporary research bonus, -2 pain threshold. Take a look at your hands, see how bruised they are? See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know how much objects suck. This is exactly what I want to be. I'm to destroy all matter. Oh, you want to talk, do you?
What is this place?
I'm making my own story. Fuck the investigation. I am an adventurer. It's the netherworld beyond the veil.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages.
That's because the lady outside doesn't exercise enough?
I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
Yes.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
But if there's a reason why nobody's been here, let's go get the flashlight.
The lieutenant nods.
And is dripping from a punch bag. This is why it's closed off and heralded as eldritch evil by that lady. Because she hates exercising. Exercising is very important to gain proper bodily functionality over the course of one's life. Also, especially if you're a reanimated corpse and you're petrified that your body is going to decay away and the magic supports you won't be there forever. Now, I must go to the vehicle. I forgot where it is. I remember where it is. I found it.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft globe. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat, and it's robust. It lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers, and the...
Yes. All of those things, they have happened. I realize that I have a very big inventory, so might as well take advantage of that. Right. Let's go investigate the scary haunted gym. I just love how I entered somebody's store, went behind in their employees only area, broke through one of their doors, and am now just investigating. I am the law, truly. Oh, this is a fun mechanic. Poster saying Citrus Fortis, the rest is warm. A ball. Oh, I can... Oh, is this the bowl? Oh, this is the bowl. Yes, I can actually do that other quest. Smells like leather and sweat.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
My head hurty, but I will try. I have failed, and I will probably take damage. Big man! Oh, yep, there it is.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Emotional damage.
Even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself.
I did injure myself. Whatever weightlifting is for the intellectually impaired anyway. The irony of this statement coming from my brick of a character. Keep making excuses. Yeah.
Weightlifting was never my favorite either.
The lieutenant is obviously handling you.
At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
Lieutenant steps away from the barbell, letting you recover in peace. Worn out wall bars. They look on... This is a staircase. It leads into another... The hallway is blocked by old window pane. Does that imply that I can find a window in here and repair my window? Oh, this is very dark. The animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Fun. Large demijohn. Full of strange liquid. Okay. Never heard that word before. Ooh, the music's getting spooky. Airship rotor is covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Money! Yes! Must rob this place. A naked mannequin to a strange yellow color. Oh no. How do we feel about
Your
mannequin?
flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Of course.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin, this is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
This the lorry driver's secret hovel?
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
Is the pawn shop owner a high welkin?
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Well, this has been educational.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Ooh. The schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Be a hidden room where they used to play D&D until they stopped gathering.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Back the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Yep.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
These radio frequencies.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries, very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
The game? Then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracking the maddening isome.
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker stick. What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Bad. Well, at least we know the history of the bookstore now. Blue velvet, soft to the moth bit. Money. Love money. Production schedule, filament memory. What? The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads, production schedule note. This filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. And it's also very expensive. I shall sell it the first opportunity I get. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream. But where are the clothes it used to display this mannequin? Script function.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside
It's
the compartment.
empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Probably.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What are you, a machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
What's the production?
filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Oh. This is the police.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder, Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
What if I do want to wait for a month?
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Oh!
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
A old lady's voice disappears along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Print!
Nothing happens.
Fuck. That's the password. Scribble across notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
Pennant takes a step back, steepling his hand.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Pennant tilts his head, think. The world is cold and lonely. This company, let's finish it.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Half smile breaks out on his face. He says, looking around the derelict, pipes howl and crosses.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Has to be a password here somewhere.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Could just take out the piece. Don't have a... Find out who... Explore the whirling secret. Yes, I think I would take out the thing and then pawn it off for money.
On the cube, the filament slides out of its glow.
Yes, thank you for... in here. Another area with a giant bear statue with glowing eyes that is actually a fridge? Of course, how did I not expect this?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
I can survive nuclear explosions in here.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Inside the refrigerator.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it. So, they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Says the lieutenant.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Lieutenant points at the red, snaky cable running.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
I'm in one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Fascinating.
The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
I love both of those things, especially the first. The mystery deepens.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Kick it!
A hollow ring echoes through the
Damn,
furnace.
I'm in less than half
Your
health
toe
now.
Hurts.
I'm doing great at this. Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating, obviously.
Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
Fine. I will. What? The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. How do I unhide the doorway? That's how. More money.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yes.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
I'm going to steal it.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Hope it costs a fortune. The lieutenant notes approval. His eyes are gleaming. Does this mean a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Points up. Rifles. Someone has snuck some busted guns beneath. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. I have a gun now, and it costs an amount of money. What exploration gets you? This is how you can make a living. Just go around exploring shit. You'll find garbage you can pawn off. A frozen ice cream maker is still running to this day. Ooh, that's a... More taxidermy. Ooh, insane mesh tank top. Extra drama. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. What are you? Explosives?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unplug the black
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Hell yeah. Money! My favorite. And healing. Money and healing. Wall collapse. What are you? More money! Mental healing. Wind howls in. Holes shoot above. I have so much money.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Mean Kumo?
Oh, I'm sure the
Kuno.
child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Put the note away.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Or loot.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
I'm going to use the regular
If you
pry
want
bar.
to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Thanks. Keep that in mind.
This orange machine is dead still.
My bar
It
is
has
not
a
strong enough.
hand-cranked
Minus
ice cream
20.
churner and an electric freezer.
Wow.
The ice around it slowly melting. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
A heat gun? A glue gun? Advanced? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
But ice cream.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
But what if turning off the power melts it and the only thing I need to do is just wait for the raptures of time to take hold? Ooh. Cellar window, people's feet shuffling by on the street. Ah, the great outdoors. Oh, it's this place.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Revachol Ice City?
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
I mean, nobody's ever gonna answer the place is condemned. So it's multiple companies.
Silence.
They're all silenced. Now I can enter and go as I please in this decrepit area. I've discovered so many things here. Some of which I even like. Oh, this is new. A puddle of melting floorboards. More cans. Postcard La Delta 51. Sure, I'll take it.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it harder.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Knock on it even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
I don't like talking, I like punching. Really sad choice of occupation I've picked, isn't it? How the hell do I get out of this dungeon? So many in-game hours have passed.
Hello again, sir.
Girl is sipping on her hot juice. She looks at you. Shy amusement. Bye. You going to scream at me now that I've disobeyed you?
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Yeah, you should probably close shop and leave, and you can give me everything that is of value here. It's cursed with dark energy, but I'll take it off your hand. Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme measures.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
Shoulders slump as if a heavy burden lies on them. What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house.
And you shall be one of them.
I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host Almighty, she prays, guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name.
Oh, sorry. Curse, but curses aren't real, ma'am.
Of course you would think that. You're nothing but a policeman.
She shrugs, visibly dejected.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
Composure.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Her eyes narrow as she whispers the name. Of course, the entity. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence.
You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
You mean the chimney that's a part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from...
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
That's all I can say for now, book peddler. I think this is a good time to call it a day because we have a mystery to deepen and continue for next time, which will be tomorrow. Quick save and switch over to ending screen. The beauty of Disco Elysium. So many stories and so many little things intertwining into this rich tapestry of a world. Now it is time to go do raid. Find the thing to raid. Raid a channel. Let's see. How many channels are on this? I'm currently searching somebody to raid. Ah, I know who we can raid. I don't know who he... King. thinking that. That is what we are doing. Raid message. I have one, and it's exclamation mark raid. Yay. Now we can do a raid, I think.